Mr. Daily.
Drink your water. Drink, 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 drink your water. Lift your glass and 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 drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Your glass is in the dishwasher. Drink, 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 drink. Yes, it is. Look in the back. Take your breath and drink your water. Take a breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass and toast your ancestors. 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 Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Your glass and drink your water. Drink, 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 drink.
All these waters that you get that taste different.
Drink,
like
drink, drink, drink. Lift your glass and drink your water. Come on. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Drink, 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 drink. Shouts out to Brian Turner. Shouts out to Brother Nehemiah. Lift your glass and drink your water. 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 Great Kuumba to you family. We drinking our water. I'm going to put up the call-in lines now so we ain't have to worry about it later. But yo, understand that we are now streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, and we also are doing a podcast. So if you got to be moving, you can still lift your glass and drink your water. Take your breath and drink your water. Listen up and drink your water. Lift your glass and drink your water. Drink, 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 drink. Like and share, fam. We almost there. I just want to post up. Oh, let me go. Because I heard some people can't get on. All right, family. Let me go on and get some of my family up in here that needs to be up in here. He might still be in town. I'm going to send one out to her, send one out to her, send one out to her. Of course, I got to send one out to him, send one out to her, send an invite out to him, send an invite, yep, send an invite, send an invite. Yep. Maybe I might even be able to get one of my older brothers to join us. Of course, send an invite out there, send an invite there. Yep. They got to get one. Yep. Let's make sure, because I'm going to send an invite out to Lady J, because we going to be able to we got time to have a conversation this morning, family. Listen to me. First off, I want to welcome you all. to Gye-Nyame Journey. That's right. Of course, you know this is Daily Toast, and this is a Heart of a Simba production.
Where we strive to block the old paradigms.
So we're going to finish up this water, family. We're going to finish up this water. I came home last night. I was trying to rush out to get these bottles so I could get my production done. You know what I'm saying? Because I got people that want the ambrosia. You know what I'm saying? I do special orders and stuff like that. And so, you know, I got a new combination that I'm working with right now, right? So let's finish this. We'll talk a little bit about that. Let me make sure I got all of my cheat sheets together. Yes, I do. Make sure I got my ambrosia together. Yes, I do. Now, so we're going to toast it up today. We are 3 days out from Kwanzaa. 2 days out from Christmas, right? Now, it's... Right. They look forward to that because, you know, certain parts of my family still go down. You know, it still go down. You know what I'm saying? And then it's a time for family to gather. So, let me see what's going on with my Facebook.
Get more water.
You want more water? Of course, y'all see I got my co-host, my Saturday morning partner, Miss Gina G, who's up with me. I don't know. They won't let me post the number up. Those that want to call in to the live line is 614-556-4535. The only thing I ask is that let's finish the libations, then we can have our discussion. We can discuss many, many different topics. Oh, it's one person I forgot to invite.
It's working.
Yeah, it's working now. Oh, go ahead, put it in. It's one brother I need to invite. Anubis. We need Anubis to get his invite so that he know that the family is gathering. You know, because they don't know. On Saturdays, y'all got to catch me when you can. We're going to invite him. Let's invite him. There we go. Anubis Kane. We got to make sure that all the family has equal access. Shouts out to Miss Vanessa Watson Hightower. How are you doing today? And I have not forgot. I got home. I started bottling up the ambrosia. I'm going to look into and see what's going on with the Nguza Saba 21-day challenge. As a matter of fact, I'm going to post it back up here. Gina put the number up. It's 614. It's 556. 556, Gina. You got it almost. 556-4535. The call-in line. Let me type call. Oh, look at that. Call-in line.
It's not working.
It's not. It's working. It's moving slow.
Yeah.
We got a lot of stuff going on. We got the YouTube up. It went up. The YouTube is up. And so everything is moving slow for us over here. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to have to lock it in right here. Pin it up right here. Boom.
Can I get more water?
You want more water, Gina G?
Yeah. Daddy,
Man, I love it when my kids want water. What's up?
Daddy, can you open this?
Huh?
Can you open this?
Yeah, after I get done, you don't need that right now. You want it here? Pour it. So let's go on and let's get down to the discussion. All right, family. So today is Kuumba, and today at 1 o'clock on Kuumba at 1 o'clock, we had a pre-Kwanzaa Zawadi event at the Rickenbacker Woods Learning Center, 1330 Livingston Avenue, 43205. Saturday, oh my God, that's 7 push-ups. December 23rd, Kuumba, December 23rd, 2017, from 1 to 3 p.m., we will be gathering. Bring your children. We are going to be teaching them how to make their own kanaras. We supplying all of the stuff. Well, let me correct that.
Correct that.
Sister Pittman and her husband has gathered all of the materials. Well, I guess the Kwanzaa committee. Let's just say that we got all the equipment so that everything you need can be made. Of course, we're going to be live streaming, right? But hey, We need to see you and your children in the place. It's our time to start family time, family. We at the end of the year. We at the end of the year. And man, I am hot. I'm hyped because we're moving into our time. We're moving into our time, family. So, the lines are open. We'll be able to discuss all the stuff that y'all want to talk about. Actually, let me do this as well. Some of you that like YouTube, if you want to go to the YouTube channel and check it out, because I did not know this camera was this good. Even though it's slow, the camera is good. I am going to send out the link so that people can get with us on YouTube as well, if they choose to. Let me go over here. Let me get the, what's that, screen share. Let's do the chat. I want to do the chat, and I want to post the link. Can I post the link? All right, we're going to post the link. Boom. Good morning, Mr. Joe Berry. Are you coming over to the event? Because I got a sample and I got some bottles if you want them.
My tongue blue.
No, your tongue is not blue, Gina G. Your tongue is not blue, young lady. Well, I don't know. Is your tongue blue? Let me see. Yeah, it is blue. Can y'all see the blue?
Yep. I can.
Oh, Sasha Moss is in the house. So that means it's going to be less ambrosia for me to drink.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going over to Facebook right now. Move, Sasha. Hold on. I'll get you up in a second. I don't want you to knock nothing out. I don't want to have to whoop one of my kids. Look, see? I don't want to have to whoop one of my kids on TV because I will.
No.
Yes, I will. All right. Shouts out to Miss C-Lo, Miss Christine Lowe. Welcome. We about to toast these ancestors. I'm posting up some links right now.
What's the number in?
Huh? There we go. There we go. So also you can check us out live on YouTube. You know what I'm saying? So those of you that be on YouTube, now y'all know that the Daily Toast is live on YouTube. It's been a while. It's been a while. I shouldn't have left you without a dope beat to step to.
I got candy in here.
Think about all the whack toast you sat through. Time's up.
That's what I did to the bottle.
Huh?
That's what I did to the bottle.
What you do? You throw it? Good job. Good job. You're learning. You're learning, young Jedi. Speaking of Jedi, I went and saw The Last Jedi, and I was very, very, very disappointed.
Impressed?
No, I wasn't impressed. I should have went to go see Coco with my kids. Yeah, I mean, really, because let me tell you, right?
Yeah.
First off, they allowed Luke Skywalker to punk out. You know what I'm saying? I was very disappointed, right? And it's because, like, you gotta think about this. If you haven't seen the movies, it's some, they call them spoilers. But Luke Skywalker made I ain't gonna spoil. He made a major decision on his own, right? That was very whack, right? He had decided that the Jedi must end after he fucked up and created the monster that's terrorizing the galaxy. So rather than going out and handling his business and getting rid of all the Sith and then killing himself, he decided just to hide on the little island. Right? And I know a lot of people that's really love Star Wars, gonna disagree with me on that. But that was some whole shit.
Hold on.
Right? You don't, excuse me, my kids is here, I forgot. You don't start some shit, hide from it, and then get to fade out with the sunset by sending an illusion. Get out of here. I'm not with that.
Get out of here.
I done heard all these reviews and people loving it, and the lightsaber fights was whack. You know what I'm saying? They didn't tell you even who the big head guy with the messed up face was, or where he came from, or how he popped up with all this power, right? Because according to Sith lore, there could only be two Sith at one time, a master and an apprentice, right?
Daddy,
so
kid.
if the master died with the Last Jedi, the master Sith died with the Last Jedi,
Daddy.
and hold on, and Darth Vader died in part 2, where this new motherfucker come from? Can somebody tell me? You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying.
What
See,
happened to the phone?
it went off. Don't worry about it. We live on YouTube. I already posted it up. People know they can get us on the YouTube, so we straight. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on. So, I'm just trying to say that it was whack.
I'm trying to say that it was whack. It was very whack. It was double whack.
Very,
You know-
very whack.
Very, very, very whack. You know what I'm saying? And you know, and I'm very disappointed. I don't even know if I'm gonna go see the next one. You know, because a lot of people saying this is like the second The Empire Strikes Back. Nah, because I was amped to go see about the Empire Strike Back. I was amped to go see it. So since I'm talking about Star Wars, Facebook decided to kind of block me out, right? Because it was whack. It's very whack. Brother Reggie says, P.O. Okay, no. Brother Reggie is live too. Okay, all right.
Hold on. Are we talking about Star Wars?
Shouts out to Larry Cochran.
Daddy.
Shouts out to Brother Joe for sharing. We about to do this toast. Move that out the way. Hold that, Gina. Hold that. Y'all can't be around me eating all this damn candy. Back up.
It's not candy. It's chips.
Oh. Okay. All right, so we about to do this toast, but I have something special for y'all. So today, we are going to sample live. This is basically original, but it has a red top, which means I put some leaves in here that I learned about from my wife. They're called wache. They're basically sorghum leaves. I'm on air, baby. How can I help you?
Can you get me a cup?
How can I get you a cup? Family, will y'all excuse me while I get the mosh a cup? Please, can I get a thumb up or something?
I will.
I mean, can y'all give me a thumb? Can I go get Mosh a cup so she can join the toast with us? I'm gonna allow y'all to vote. All I need is one thumbs up. Miss Faith is on. Good morning, Miss Pisces. How are you doing today? She said hi, Gina.
Hi, Miss Not Sissy.
Oh, okay. So you hating because she upset when you be showing all that love to Sasha Mosh. Can I go get Sasha a cup or not, family?
Yes.
No, nobody even. I ain't seen a thumb up yet, so I guess I can't go. So we gonna have to wait. So right now,
You're mean.
go look in the dishwasher, and it's one all the way in the back. It's on the top. You got to pull the dishwasher out. Bring her glass. All right. Oh, Miss CeeLo said I need to get up and get you a cup. Oh, Sasha, you got a lot of people. All right, I'm gonna go get you the glass. All right, I'll be right back. Go on, Gina. Do the show while I'm gone.
Stop. Miss Faith, I'm gonna have to deal with you. Oh!
Was she doing too much?
Yeah. She's about to swing her.
Move. Now, I don't know what my daughter did, but I'm going to review it, and I hope I don't have to beat some butt.
No.
Because I believe
She was doing this.
I believe in
Daddy,
disciplining
let me
babies.
show you what she was doing.
Oh, that ain't bad, Sasha. Come on up here, Sasha. Join us.
Thank you.
All right. So, go wipe your hands.
Okay.
Go wipe your hands. And get rid of those chips. All right, so we about to do the toast now. Let me finish explaining. So, now, this is the original. And the original usually have... Gina, give me one of those over there. Give me the one with the white top. So the original usually come with the Gye-Nyame symbol on it, if you can see it. Facebook, can y'all see it? Move that. Put that on the ground. It usually comes with the symbol. Let's see how clear it is on YouTube. Y'all see that? Let me back it up a little bit.
Hi.
Y'all see that? Yeah, it's real clear right there. Y'all see it? Let me turn it. It usually has, that's how you know it's original. Y'all see it? Alright, so go and put that back. But this one is red. Now, red was originally the beat, but I stopped making the beat because the beat was, wasn't super popular and people wasn't really getting into it. So check it out. You see it?
Yep.
Now check this out. Watch. What I did with this one was, rather than put the beat in there, I used something called wache leaves, which I got from my wife. She, being from Ghana, she cooks with wache leaves. And I asked her what they do. She said, oh, it kind of throws a little red tint on the food, right? Just a little red tint. So when you open your bottle, don't shake it up. You can mix it up a little bit like so. But let's talk about the health benefits of this wache leaf. So I look up wache leaf. And it took me a while to find it because it's not called, in Africa, they call it wache. But in America, it's called sorghum. And it's basically sorghum leaves. Now, so I say, okay, cool. When included in the diet, sorghum leaves can provide vitamins like niacin, riboflavin, and thiamine, as well as high levels of magnesium, iron, copper, calcium, phosphorus, and potassium, as well as nearly half of the daily required intake of protein and a very significant amount of dietary fiber, 48% of the recommended intake. Now, we don't got the whole leaf in here, so you're not going to get the dietary fiber, but you can possibly get the magnesium, the iron, the copper, the phosphorus, and the potassium, right? Get those minerals, right? So we're going to get it. So remember, when you open your ambrosia, you need to have you a bigger a bigger bottle.
Because it might blow up.
Because it might blow up. Gina's absolutely right. Because it's what?
Alive.
Because it's alive, right? We brew life around here. So let's see how it looks on
YouTube.
Want to make sure they could. They can't really see because my thing in the way. They clean. Come on.
But the white one because they're red.
Here, let me get you.
Wow. As you can see, you can see the red top, but you can't see the whole bottom. What happened? Gina, G.
Come on, G. Come on in.
Uh-huh.
All right.
I can't see.
You can't see.
Yeah.
All right, hold on.
Thank you. My daddy trying to restart, so Mario.
All right, here we go. So let's pop it and see how it does.
Yeah, let's see what it do. I'm very scared because it might blow up the whole place. So I guess.
Nah, it ain't gonna blow up though. It ain't that serious. Son.
Last time when somebody was here, Dad opened it and it spread like all the way over here.
They can't see over there, Socks. G. All right, so let's get back.
Daddy, why you on her?
What?
Why you on her?
I'm on who?
Gina.
I'm not on Gina. So, all right. Let's get back. All right, family, here we go. Are y'all ready? So we're going to pour this out, and then we're going to pour the libations. So first, I want y'all to see what it looked like. So I brought out my little glass so that you can see. Let's see if any color is in here, because this is the first time I did it in the bottle.
Wow. Ooh. I'm acting like I never seen it.
It's a little reddish. It's a little bit more red.
And
so you can see the wache got into it.
It looks like
It's providing a lot of minerals.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It looks like light red, but it's like a bit more. It looks like a polka dot in it, like a red polka dot in it. And it looks like redness. Like
Oh, you were swinging the glass. That's what. Oh, somebody gonna have to get beat down.
What?
But you can see it's a little bit redder.
Yes, he was.
So that means that the wache leaf was infused in here. So we got the vitamins and the minerals from the wache leaf, the sorghum leaf. We got the niacin, we got the phosphorus, we got the magnesium, we got the copper, we got the especially iron. A lot of us, we need iron in our diet, and this is a healthy way you can get it. Not only can you get this from me, but I am willing to teach you how to make your own. You know what I'm saying? So make sure that y'all get with me on that. Shouts out to Elder Tony, he trying to call me. You don't know I'm doing the show right now. So, all right. Where your glass at, Gina G? Give me your glass.
Okay, do mine first because hers is bigger.
That's yours for the toast.
I want all. Not all of it. I just want.
Who said I was singing the class?
Yeah.
Daddy, I just want some right there. Yeah, do a lot.
What? Where did you find my glass?
Where I told you it was.
What? I don't look.
So this one is kind of calm. Thank God. All right. So we about to toast. One more thing before we get to the toast. Get off of my... Because y'all be trying to crowd a brother up. Today is Kuumba. And we want to walk through everything. Today is Kuumba. Got my cheat sheet. Kuumba, for those that don't speak the language, is a day of creativity. The modic principle of the day is order. The color is orange. The hermetic law is cause and effect. A very powerful law, family. Last but not least, if you was born on this day and you are female, your name is Afua. And if you are male, you are Kofi. All right? So, now also, coming from the 7 EEC principles and values from the emotional master, you're going to waste it, Gina. The emotional emancipation circle.
We're not going to drink it.
The cultural, African-centered cultural virtue and value system. The value of the day is Jup or Jub in Molaf, which is stop. Good character, just, honest, and righteous. Good character, just, honest, and righteous. Pronounced Jup or Jub. In Akan is strong character. And if in a Yoruba tradition, Oju Inu, which means insight. Okay, that's enough. You might not even drink it. Go on.
I can drink it?
No, not yet. So we about to do this toast. First, call on the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator.
I call it.
Hold on. Be quiet. Hold on. Let me finish. Put it down. Calling on the creator by whatever name you choose to call that creator. We call that great force, the first source, the first ancestors. We lift up our glass and we say,
Ashe.
all right, family, from there we move on. Y'all ready?
Yeah. Can I read it?
We move on to our personal ancestors. We got a very long list. So,
I want to say the next one. No more X.
No more X. Wow. She never even met no more, family. You know what I'm saying? But, we need to make sure that our people's names live on inside of our children.
I didn't die.
Huh?
I said, oh, yeah, Jesus Gates.
All right, cool. All right. Yeah, all right. So now
You
let me
said
go.
I didn't
So we're going
die.
to salute our personal ancestors. So here we go. Miles Brown, Miss Ann, Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley. If you have ancestors that you want me to shout out, by all means, just type them in, and we will do it as well. Peepaw's on here. Robert and Texana Davis, Herman Brown Sr., Rosalie Tilley, George and William Walton,
Gina Gaines.
Chris and Fanny Gasson, Aunt Lena, Uncle Chris, Aunt Fiend, Cleveland, and
Gaines.
okay, Geneva Brown, I heard you. Margaret Ellis, Wash Ellis, Cecil Ellis, Alvara Brown, Gina Gaines, Herman Brown II, Barbara Twiggs, Wash Ellis Jr., Katie Ellis, Nikki Ellis, Jamon Jones, Jeremiah Tappan, John Fallar, Montague Pittman L., Brian Watson Jr., Kaniko Parsons, Nomo X, Sapet Maya Roth, Malika Fakur, Dr. Marianne Williams, Kojo Kamal, Elder Farmer, Elder Miller Dixon, Tony Clark, Pastor Yusef Weston, Elder Ajani, Elder Ron Coleman, Elder Robert Donaldson, Alfred Brofro Actor Jr., Jay Edwards, Carlisle Harris, Grace Lundy, Inez Harris, hold it so it don't fall, Gina, William William Bill Moss, Phyllis Rose, Sterling and Lucy Wright, Derek L. Pulley and the Luxter brothers, Mrs. Edith Brooks Crawley, Miss Marie Nelson, Mr. Frederick Crawley Sr., Miss Jerry Brunson, Mr. Alonzo Johnson, Miss Marie McDowell, Janice Foster, Charles Jordan, Carol Smith, Walter Smith, be quiet, Richard Triggs, stop, Francis Johnson, Mary Franklin, Jimmy Williams, Daniel Ford, George Gibson, Nana Loretta Clark, Inez McCrae, Fritz Clark, Frankie Justice, Katie Justice, Derek Randleman, Virginia Rogers, Reverend James Smith, Lois Henderson, Calvin Spratling, Mary Elizabeth Walker, Raymond Walker Sr., Sarah Jane Carter, Michael Ford Jr., Kellen D. Russell, Susie B. Smith, Teresa Clay, Melvin Dale Hodge Jr., Herman Copeland, Mildred Copeland, Jenny Clay, Bird Beatty, Sarah Well, Lavita Farmer, Agosa Sue, Shell Harvey, Aunt Charmaine, Aunt Evelyn, Deolis Hasbury, Harvey Hasbury Sr., Leonard Dickinson, T.C. Islam, Terrell Dunbar, Will Thomas. Hold the glass, Sasha.
Okay.
Will Thomas, Sarah Berry, Mark Walsh, Mary B. Thornton, Pearl G. Thornton, Ida Johnson, Florence M. Carter, Joanne Thornton, Erica Tricia Lewis, Juanita Wright, Robert Wright, George Wright, Mary Eliza Frederick Davis, Mary Elizabeth Rogers, Mary Esther Keechler Reese, Linda Watson Hammonds, Jarrell Giles Watson, Sparrow, Slimmy, Selvin Lewis, Andrew Holmes, Pearl Moore, Percy Moore Jr., Mildred Owens, Booker T. Bowden, Charlie Hunt, Sam Stover, Hilda Pearson, Sturgeon Thornton, Richard Thornton, Lavina Hall, Freeman Bankster, Mary Moss, Ophelia Peacock, Willie Thornton, Napoleon Kennedy, Mark Ramsey, Paul Thornton, Bernice Quails, Ernestine Jackson, Frankie Johnson, Teresa Mormon, Leon Johnson, Charles Bell, Vivian Ramsey, Essie Johnson, Delrita Johnson, Leon Johnson, James W. West Sr., James Parham, Dana Jones, Henry Worlds, James Farmer, Marie Chavez, Leon Gross, Bessie Johnson, Hattie Levester, Mary Moreland, Paul Moreland, Elder Caleb, Rosemary Martinell, Elder Amatep Wellman, Elder Amatep Wellman. We just made his transition. Fred Douglas Triggs Sr., Thelma Triggs, Thomas and Lula Berry, Lacey Eleanor Howe, Frank and Russell Davis, Fred Douglas Triggs II, Vina Triggs, Reverend Eddie Moore, Helen Fuller, Eugene Jackson, You Bet Not Sip, Richard Ellis, Silas Alexander, Charles Maxwell, Percy May Alexander, Arthur Reynolds, Stanley Lockhart, Ricky Lockhart, William Lockhart, Woodrow Lockhart, Brenda Porter, Deacon Hargrove, Carly Sawyer, Andrew Parker, Doris Donald, Ellis Murphy. And we say, Ashe.
On to everything.
Ashe. From there, we move on to the present moment. We spoke about today being Kuumba family. Activate those reticular formations and start looking for in life what it is that you want rather than what you don't want. Find these principles out there in the world because they're out there. And we had an opportunity to seek them out all the time.
That was a long list.
Yes, there was a long list, and the list is only going to get longer as family members start sharing their ancestors. Right? Now, so we toast this moment. We say, Ashe. From there we toast our children, our children's children onto infinity. As hard as it can be, family. As hard as it can be. Right? We try to, we work with our children. We try to take them through the age where they're lifting glasses for no reason and just looking at themselves and making faces. You know what I'm saying? We try to raise them through those hard times, but we toast them now because we thank them for choosing us to come through at this point in time in life. They chose us, right? Unlike what we've been taught, this is not a blind cycle that's going on. Our children to choose who they want their parents to be. So we lift up our glass and salute our children for choosing us to come through and manifest in this day and time. And we toast them, right? Because I can't wait to see what they become. I can't wait to see what this generation works out. So we toast them in advance. We toast their greatness. We toast their struggles. We toast them through. And we toast them and we send this energy out to the future because we are responsible for the next 7 generations. And we toast our children all the way into infinity because we always was and we always will be. And we lift up our glass and we say,
Ashe. We wish you peace, power, joy.
Not yet, baby. We almost. Now, we move from there, family. We move on. Y'all ready? We already did that. We're going to toast all of our relations. We toast all of our relations around. I won't hold us up any longer. My children are ready. And last but not least, family, I toast you. Each and every last one of you that took the time to stop in, right? So may the ancestors walk before you. May the Creator bless and guide you and strengthen you in all of your problems and in all your blessings. Because really, when the blessings come, that's when we really need the Creator, because some of us get stupid, like myself. All right? So we lift up our glass.
You're not stupid.
And we say, I know I'm not. It was just a phrase. We lift up our glass and we say, Ashe. Come on, toast me. Ashe. Ashe. We wish you what?
Peace, power, and joy in 100 years.
Let's drink.
This is actually good. Make yourself some own ambrosia.
The first taste is sour, and then it gets gingery, and then it turns sweet.
Ain't no ginger in this.
What it tastes like to me.
Okay.
It doesn't taste like to me because it tastes like honey just.
Okay. All right. So,
and
family,
I know you have honey.
lines are open. Lines are open. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play a song real quick and give y'all a couple minutes to call in. Y'all can even hit me up on the Hangout, and I can put you up on the screen, and the people can hear you. What?
Can I get more?
Can you get more?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I want to listen to I Had Enough.
I had enough.
Now I'm going to play some stuff from your Uncle Shaka here.
Yay.
He plays music.
Oh, yeah, he plays music. Hey, what's up, Miss Navita? I will see you up at the place at 11. For those that may have forgotten, we're having practice up at the same place where we're having the event today. I can't remember the name. What is it? Where my paper? And my daughter's got me all crowded in my chair. Oh, no, we're going to do this one. I love this song. This is featuring Brother Quojo. This features Brother Allende. And this is by B-Jazz. It's called Ashe, Ashe.
I watched it at school and with Uncle Devin.
Those who made the sacrifice.
When they were at
Those who died. Those whose bones lie deep in the Atlantic Ocean. Those ancestors stolen from the motherland and taken to another land. We honor you. I say. We honor those freedom fighters like Malcolm X, Marcus Garvey, Martin Luther King, Harriet Tubman, Mary Bethune, Nat Turner, and the thousands of others who fought, who bled, who died. I say.
This is actually good.
We honor those, the unknown warriors, whose names we don't know, who fought, who bled and died for freedom. As we pour and we say, I say. We honor the unborn children who will continue the legacy of sacrifice, who will fight in honor of those who fought the fight. I say. We call out to those. Join the fight. Join the fight. And continue to honor those who fought, who bled, and who died. I say. We pour libations and honor those who fought the fight. Get up, stand up, get up, stand up, stay in the fight. Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight. Marcus, Malcolm,
Ashe.
Boom, Turner, Ashe. Get up,
Stand up.
Ashe. Stay in the fight. Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight. I get up, stand up, I say, get up, stand up, I say, stay in the fight with all your might.
Take the time to honor those who fought the fight.
Marcus, Malcolm,
Ashe,
Bethune, Turner,
Ashe,
stay in the fight.
fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight.
Get up, stand up,
Ashe,
get up, stand up, I say, take the time to honor those who fought the fight. Get up, stand up,
Ashe,
get up, stay
in the fight. Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight.
Marcus, Malcolm, Martin, Harriet, Bethune, Turner, I say, stay in the fight.
Fight with all your might. Take the time to honor those who fought the fight.
Get up,
Stand up. Ashe. That was B-Jazz from his album Four Corners. That was Quojo. That was Allende on the drum. Shit, that's all Midwest, family. We got some talent here. And we need to really be supporting it. And during Kwanzaa is a time where we should be getting introduced and learning about some of these people and supporting some of their efforts. That song is hot. That shit is hot, family. And you heard me cuss before. Oh yeah, oh shot. Like she's shot. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but bring your grandchildren. All right, family. So I'm on my line. 614-556. Stop it, Sash.
Okay.
614-556-4535. You call in, or you can pop in on the screen on YouTube, and we can talk, family. It makes no difference. We got a couple minutes before I got to get out of here. I got to start getting my kids ready because you know it's taking me a while because I'm heading over to the Rickenbacker Center where we're going to have practice for Kwanzaa, right? The interest. Listen, family, this Kwanzaa, it's going to be like no other Kwanzaa. Why? Because we have been preparing. Sister Jill has been organizing like you wouldn't even believe. Raising money like you wouldn't even believe. We still need more money, by the way. So y'all can still feel free to donate, right? You know what I'm saying? And when you come, be ready to donate. Be ready to support the vendors because it's going down. We will be solidifying our culture. It is our time. And y'all need to understand that, family. So regardless of what city you're in, if you don't have a Kwanzaa to go to, understand that Brother Hatim is going to have some equipment in that place. And I'm going to be having my sons. I'm going to have my daughters. I'm going to have people with cameras. We're going to be streaming it live. Right? This don't mean that you don't come out. Because this is our time, family. We are right now. We are in the darkest time of the year. This means that right now, during this phase right now, from yesterday, from December 21st to January 7th, we are in a dark time of the year. What does that mean? This means that the sun is staying down longer. This means that the amount of time for daylight is the less. Yesterday was the longest amount of time that we would go and be in the dark. Now the sun is being reborn. And with this sun being reborn, now it's time for us to start getting up and getting active. It's time for us to start building, family. And we're going to do it this Kwanzaa. Elder Tony held the lighting ceremony for the Kwanzaa flame yesterday, right? And I know y'all were like, well, we was expecting it on December 21st. But let's check out the wisdom of the elder. If wisdom 21st It's December 21st is the darkest day of the year. We wanted to light the flame. He wanted to light the flame on a day that we start seeing 1 minute more of light. So yesterday was the death of the sun. It's the ceremonial or it's the ritual death of the sun. What does that mean? That sun dies, it dies. And at those point in time in history, people would wonder if the sun would come back up. So they would do rituals and things to try to influence the environment, influence the time so that they can make the sun come back. And what we're going to start seeing now is a steady but slow increase from December 21st, from December 22nd to January 2nd, we will only gain a minute more of daylight each day. But after January 7th, we will receive 2 minutes of sunlight every day. And it adds all the way up until we get to the woman time of the year. And that's when the woman energy is born. And the woman energy is born when the sun begins to die. So when we reach our apex in the man part of the year, that's when the woman take over. And it's a continuous cycle. And just like that cycle, we have to build our cultural holidays, right? And like I told y'all before, the year goes like this. The equinox, where the masculine and feminine is balanced, and as we move from let's say the fall equinox, the female energy is slowly rising while the male energy is dying. Then we hit the 21st, where the female energy is at its height, and then after that it starts going down. It comes all the way back to its even time of day, where there's 12 hours of light and 12 hours of darkness. This is during the spring equinox. And then after the spring equinox, the male energy begins to rise. Boom. Then it comes back. You see what this is? This is the scales of Ma'at. We honestly think that Ma'at is balanced like this, right? It's just balanced like this all the time. No, Ma'at goes like this. There's a balance. There's an ebb and a flow. There's a cause and effect, which is the Hermetic principle of the day. Family, our ancestors have already laid out the pathway to us getting free. They have already laid it out. They have already given the wisdom, because this is what y'all got to understand. Man is not creating anything new. Our enemy is not creating anything new. They're using old systems to hold us in prison. So if we understand the old systems, family, right? If we understand the wisdom that our prison was built on, we could get the key to get out, right? It comes with us, one, stabilizing ourselves in our culture. How do you stabilize yourself in your culture? You celebrate your culture. You elevate your culture. You promote your culture. And you look inside of it for the wisdom. Our ancestors through the folk tales. This is why as grown folks, I say we got folk tales for grown folks, because we need to sit down and talk about some of the lessons that some of us miss. We're messing up in our lives because we're missing the lessons, right? And what part of the problem is, we can't sit down and learn together, right? One of the, where is it at? There you go. When we look at Umoja, Kuchakli, Ujima, when we look at Ujima, collective work and responsibility, the traditional Yoruba character for the same point in time as Ujima, at least in the system that I'm promoting, is Aluti, which means teachability. Teachability. A lot of us are not teachable. Right? We figure we got it all. We figure that we can get all the information that we need. And this is the key. Information is important. But you give information to a fool, and a fool still is a fool. Information is no good until we start using it. So we got a plethora of information, but yet we have very few people actually using it. And the way we pass information wasn't necessarily through the written word. It's through the spoken word. It's through coming into connection with each other. It's through coming and building together. And of course, I know who that is. I don't even have to switch over. We are joined by the magnificent and the powerful Shaka C. Young Hasbury. Am I right?
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you had me scared, man. I thought my predictive abilities was off. I ain't even on it. So now I need you to understand, Shaka, you are now on Spreaker. You are now on YouTube. You are now on Facebook Live. So speak your mind, brother.
Yeah, he is. Good morning and happy holiday spirit to everybody listening, everybody in the universe that is affected by this vibration. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I feel a very powerful vibration this morning. Something caused me to wake up. Something caused my son to even leave the room so we can have this conversation.
Let's talk about it.
But I don't know. I don't know where even to begin. Tim, I hear you talking about the principles, and you was on some fire before I got on the mind, man. I did not want to disrupt that. I want to just kind of ease on in. So let's jump back into. You were talking about the Nguzo Saba. You were talking about the principles. I love that energy. Can we keep it going? Can you give me a bigger? I need a running start.
All right, here you go, bruh. He came on. He said, "Good morning, family." Have you ever wondered why we always call this morning? Because I want you to understand this. Morning. What is morning? Right? You got M-O-R-N and you got M-O-U-R-N. Morning. When we wake up, we're mourning. Right? Why? Because we're leaving our ancestors. We're leaving the spiritual realm. We're leaving the place where our ancestors could communicate with us. So when we wake up, it's sort of like we're falling into a mourning. This is part of our tradition. We're not sleeping culturally. We're not eating culturally appropriately. We're not drinking culturally. We're not walking culturally. See, culture sets up how you do everything. And I learned this from hip hop. You know what I'm saying? I learned this from hip hop. This is what a lot of y'all be like, people was like, you waste your time with hip hop. Listen, hip hop kept me out of jail. Hip hop helped me achieve in school. Hip hop helped me build my life. Hip hop got me my first job. Hip hop got me into studying about going a little bit deeper into African history and shit, because people were saying shit in hip hop and carrying themselves in a way in hip hop that changed me. Now, what is hip hop? Hip hop is a culture. Hip hop is part of the culture that we come from. Hip hop is the culture that we come from. And I know a lot of y'all, well, what about Africa? See, the piece I need y'all to understand is our culture is older than Africa. Our culture is older than Africa. I need y'all to understand that. I know a lot of y'all gonna get offended by that. Our culture is older than that. You know what I'm saying? And your swagger comes from your culture. I mean, I remember one time at Ohio State, man, it was a dude, and I told y'all the story before, it was a teacher there by the name of Master Wu. Master Wu would come in, and he would teach martial arts, and he would give free classes every now and then. And, I had the audacity to ask him a question, and I can't remember what we was discussing. I asked him a question. He said, what do you think you could tell me? I have 7 generations of scrolls in my family that blah, blah, blah. And he carried himself, and he came on me talking about his culture and talking about how it was transmitted to him from his great-great-great-great-grandfather. And he got scrolls in his possession that are 7 generations old. And basically, he came at me using his culture, you know what I'm saying, as his shield, using his culture as his sword. And that point in time, I never went back to another Dr. Wu class, because I swore that nobody would ever be able to throw their culture up in my face like that without me being able to throw mine back in theirs. You know what I'm saying? Family.
Did you have a rematch? Did you ever have a rematch?
Oh, hell no. Hell no. I didn't have and at that point in time, I didn't desire to have a rematch with Dr. Wu, because Dr. Wu was right. What the fuck can I tell him when he got 7 generations of his people who pass shit down to him, and I don't got none? He right. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about his shit. You know, Dr. Wu Dr. Wu had no ambition to learn anything about African history or about African people or about the African American struggle. You know why? Because he was fortified in his culture. He didn't give a fuck. You know what I'm saying? Because the bottom line was that his culture was supreme. He believed that. He didn't need nobody else to certify that his culture was supreme, and he knew it. Right? So what I needed to do was to get away from Dr. Wu, take that lesson, and start believing in the supremacy of my culture. Supremacy of my people. The supremacy of my struggle. And start putting it first. Because everybody else put theirs first. You know what I'm saying? But
now let me ask you this, Hytel.
Go ahead.
How long in search of your own spiritual richness or cultural richness did you run into the information that led you to seeing the lineage between you and Master Wu?
Oh shit, that was years after that. You know what I'm saying? Now, because my whole piece was at that point in time, I wasn't even interested in what we did in China, because we know, historically, we know who the first dynasties were, who created the first dynasties. But you know what I'm saying? And for me, that's not even important, right? Because the whole piece is, I want our culture, and I needed my culture to be more than just we created everything. We were the first. No, actually,
right.
What shit did we do? My line. You know what I'm saying? As far as my line, I have no connection with Dr. Wu. You understand what I'm saying? As far as my line, I have no connection to Asia. You know what I'm saying? My line. That's what I was concerned about. Then I could build on everything, but I had to build a pride in my line. I had to learn about Miles Brown. I had to learn about Miss Ann. I had to learn about Robert and Texana Davis. I had to learn about I had to learn about my list of ancestors, and I had to start lifting up my ancestors. And I started that search very soon after that. Like I tell people, I had a little black book. This is before you had phones and shit, and everybody had their little book. You remember? You old enough? Did you have a black book with the numbers in it? Right. Instead of numbers and shit, I had notes in my shit. I couldn't get no phone numbers at that time. I was too shy, and dark skin wasn't really in and shit like that. So, I didn't have. So I used my black book, my little notebook, to go around, and I interviewed my father's mother. I interviewed my mother's mother. I interviewed my mother's father, and I got their family line, and I sketched that. I sketched it out. You know what I'm saying? I sketched it out. You know what I'm saying? I said, damn, I do have a legacy. You know what I'm saying? I do have a legacy. I do come from somewhere. Now, the beginning of it, because most of us as black folks, we can only trace our stuff back here maybe about 3 generations. Some may be able to go 4. Maybe. But there's a big block up there. And that big block is this thing called the Maafa, this thing called, as they call it, the enslavement or slavery or the captivity or however you want to look at it. And that in itself took me time to overcome, because being somebody who could walk into a situation and be able to stand toe to toe with damn near anybody until I start dealing with some of these mutants and shit. You know what I'm saying? It was hard for me to be like, damn. Go ahead. I'm listening.
Yo, man, when you brought me in, you had me thinking a whole bunch about the state of mind that I was in. Man, it was beautiful how you broke down mourning, because I honestly have experienced the ancestors talking to me in my sleep through my dreams, and I don't know if that's a phenomenon that anyone else has experienced. But you ever been woken up from a dream that you wish you could go back, reconvene?
Dude, see that's what I'm saying. We are doing culturally inappropriate things. We think that sleep is just for rest. Sleep is a way that you get into the other realm. You understand what I'm saying? When you get into the ancestral realm, when you get into to not just the spiritual realm, but into the ancestral realm, family. You know what I'm saying? So we even sleeping culturally inappropriately. We got the wrong thoughts about sleep. I have daughters that are hunted by dreams. And they do because really, dude, we have black folks who are not just medicating themselves because of the trauma that is coming down through their family. They're medicating themselves so that they are not hunted by some of the shit that goes on in their dreams. I have daughters who struggle with their ancestors trying to talk to them, and they don't understand it. And I gotta tell them, listen, calm down. You know what I'm saying? Boom. You know what I'm saying? And strange shit be happening around them, and they don't understand it. So they self-medicate. They self-medicate. We got a whole slew of people. We got a whole group of individuals in our communities that are self-medicating, not just to escape the pain of this life, but to fall into a comatose state so they can actually get rest, because our ancestors are striving to be heard. And we got to remember this. You know what I'm saying? Where else can our ancestors, you know what I'm saying, they ain't going to get us during the conscious moments because our mind is caught up in trying to survive and shit. Our ancestors is trying to communicate with us. Dummy, stop doing that. You know what I'm saying? What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? You're messing up. Y'all messing up. We need somebody to speak for us. So, those who will be born as priest or priestess or shamans or whatever, those spiritual bridges, they're out there lost. And they think they're being hunted by ghosts. So then you go into this mass media, and all of a sudden, you got all these videos about these ghouls and these goblins and these zombies and these ghosts and shit that's hunting. You know what I'm saying? Then you got the holidays that people don't really understand, like Halloween. People like, Brother Hatim, what's up with Halloween? Halloween is one of those quarter days, right? What's a quarter day? Is a halfway between, is a day that marks halfway between a solstice and an equinox. And our people kept track of that. And when you look at what the word Halloween means, you know what I'm saying? You will have to be really wondering what the fuck is going on. Hallowed. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Hallowed. Holy. That's what hallowed Eve. Halloween is Hallowed Eve. Now, what about the monsters and shit? They done took the shit too far. But during those quarter days, during those solstices, during those equinoxes, during the crack of dawn, and the setting of the sun is the time where the ancestors, where the spirits can get into the world for a short amount of time. This is what's been passed down by tradition. But we don't recognize that shit. And some of our children is hunted by that shit. So, but go ahead, I'm sorry.
No, so just for clarity's sake, you're saying Halloween is a day that the spirits walk the earth.
Oh my God. This is why, see, when Europeans got hold of it, they're scared of spirits in many ways. So what they would do is they would dress up and they would place scary things on their doorstep to chase the spirits away. Those individuals that are plugged in on those days, the interaction between the living realm and those that have passed away are a strong connection for them to do it. This is why you have people in Wicca. This is why you have people that practice natural spiritualities that line up with the sun and the moon. This is why during those days they getting it in. We sitting around eating
This is why you shouldn't smoke K2. I know that's way out of the blue, but Hatim, there's a substance that we know of called Salvia divinorum. Salvia divinorum translates as the divine stage. When you smoke this salvia, it actually puts you through a 12-hour psychedelic trip within 15 minutes. And the piece is that within a traditional ritualistic setting, it takes you into a place where the ancestors are able to speak to you and you're able to see a vision. And when you come out of that trip, there's a process for you to explain that vision to an elder that understands how to interpret those visions. And in that sense, it's how we maintain a sense of groundedness and purpose and communication with the other side.
Oh, yeah.
But now take that salvia in the context of somebody who just wanted to take that 12-hour trip in 15 minutes. Where do you go when you come back? Who do you go to? And that's why I say that K2 and that synthetic stuff, you never know what's going into that because on the package, they just call it incest.
Listen.
But it takes you to a place that when you come back unguided, you're doing things that you never would have been doing as a regular human being.
Dude.
You're doing perverse things that you never thought yourself to be able to do, but you lost now.
And can't get back in. You open yourself up, and you let certain parts of yourself out, because a lot of times people are more concerned about spirits getting in. What we have to understand is that we're a complete being. It ain't spirits getting in. It's shit that's in you that's coming out. Part of our conscious mind, part of that thing that we do so that we can maintain society and maintain order in society, is that we learn to suppress certain parts of ourselves. Now, when certain things are introduced to the body and do certain things to the brain and to the mind, it allows some of these things that we have been repressing within us to explode out. So it's almost like you're on the outside looking in. I have been in situations like that. Now, this is why when certain things were taken, they were taken in a ritualistic situation where the environment will be conducive to help you plug into the part of yourself that the people need. Because there are parts of us that our people need, and there's parts of us that our people don't need. There's parts of us that our culture needs, and there's parts of us that our culture don't need. And consciously and unconsciously, we learn to lock what is not needed, what is based against our survival up. Now, this hence is the problem with black folks right now. For so long, us repressing who we are was something that we used to survive. So subconsciously, the very same things that held us at bay in slavery, making it possible for us to survive and to live through, we have learned to repress up to this day. So we need those ritualistic environments to come back. So some of our children that are struggling with that part of themselves that they don't need anything to contact the ancestors. The ancestors are coming to them. We need elders that they can go and talk to about that. And we had that at one point in time, but we became so modern. You know what I'm saying? That's spookism and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? It's more, you know what I'm saying? It's more shit going on in your room right now that you can't see than there's going on that you can see. This is what we be forgetting as humans. We be, you know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to, when you look at the electromagnetic spectrum, if the electromagnetic spectrum is this long, what you can see in here might be about that big. And all this shit is going on around you right now. There could be a whole nother universe going on right now in the room that you are in. And you can't even experience it because you can only see this amount of maybe even smaller than that, about that much right there of a spectrum that's like this. So all this shit is going on right here. All that you can perceive with your senses is that much. How dare you feel arrogant about where we are? How dare you? You know what I'm saying? As my brother Al,
man, it's a scary place, man. It's a scary place because what's scary about it is that I don't understand I don't understand the fears of the Westerner. Like, for example, Westerners, generally, do we believe in ghosts? Generally.
Yes.
Westerners, generally, yes?
Yes.
Yes, we believe in ghosts?
Yeah, we fear them.
All right.
We're taught to fear them.
We fear them.
Right.
We fear them.
Right.
But the thing is that, how many parents tell their children there's no such thing as ghosts? Right? But then on Sundays, we waiting for Jesus to come back. Right? I don't get.
Wait, hold on.
I mean, I don't
wait.
Get
check
it.
this out. What's even deeper?
Okay.
You go to church and you'll see in some churches you'll see the Holy Ghost active. Have you ever had that experience where motherfuckers tell you ghosts don't exist, but you go to church every Sunday and every Sunday somebody is falling on the ground screaming? This is the shit that I had to deal with when I was growing up. Hold on. I'm sitting right by somebody and they start wailing and throwing their arms, slapping me in the goddamn face. I'm like, hey? Don't, brother, move out the way. She got the ghost, the spirit is on her. What? You know what I'm saying? I thought this shit wasn't real. We believe in ghosts. See, West Asians believe in them so much that they name shit after them. They have holidays for them. You know what I'm saying? But then we're told that it don't exist. But this is a deeper part of the science. That's part of the science. It's confusion. I'm going to teach you to be scared of ghosts so that you can't contact, so that you can communicate with those beyond. And I'm going to use you.
You say it's oh man, you just took me somewhere. Now Prince, for example, back in the '80s, parents would look at him and say, "Oh man, that man's confused. That man is on something else." But Prince wrote a song called "Let's Go Crazy."
Mm-hmm.
He wrote a song called "Let's Go Crazy" during the time that on the radio you couldn't say the devil or God. So he disguised it in the lyrics. You pay attention to what I'm saying, because "Let's Go Crazy" is one of the most Pentecostal, spiritual songs that ever charted in the 80s. You listen to the beginning of "Let's Go Crazy," Prince is saying a sermon. Those words are straight out of a sermon. When you listen to the bass line in "Let's Go Crazy," it's a Pentecostal bass line. And what he means by "Let's Go Crazy" is Selah.
Right.
What he means by the elevator. What he means by the elevator is the devil. So when he says, "Are we going to let the elevator bring us down?" Oh no. Let's go crazy. Selah. Over a bass line that goes doom 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 doom. It's a Pentecostal bass line. Not church music.
Not only is it Pentecostal, but that right there, what you just did, is exactly what I grew up with. I was Baptist, and when they would get the Holy Ghost, when the Spirit flowed through the church, there was a certain vibration that the musicians knew how to hit to take that shit to a height, and that is it. What you just did right there.
Yeah.
You know, so we know they definitely believe in it, Shaka. You know what I'm saying? We know that it's real, but we haven't invested time into exploring it and learning how to utilize it. Right? We believe that the only way you could do experiments is in a laboratory, and you got to have a white coat. Dude, I was taking notes the whole time. My grandmother made me go to church until I was 18. The day I was 18, she told me, "You no longer have to go to church, but now you go move to Columbus with your mama." But as long as I was in her house, I had to go to church. So I'm taking notes. So one time I remember an older woman, she came in. She had Indian features, like Native American features. Even did her hair in a ponytail. So, brothers would get the Holy Ghost and they would start doing steps. And I would look at the steps and I'd be like, wow, Wow. And I look at the sisters, the dark-skinned sisters and the brown-skinned sisters, and they would get up and they would do steps, right? Before they start running on the ground, sometime they would get up and do steps, and then you would hear the music going, right? So then when I came to Columbus and I hooked up with Allende, well, actually I hooked up with Allende's father first because they used to come to Ohio State, and I would see them dancing. The dances that they was doing, the African dances that they was doing, was the praise dance that the people at my church was doing when I was young. Now let's get back to the woman that had Native American features. She stood up, she caught the spirit, and she started going counterclockwise in a circle, doing the step that I ran into when I went to the Sundance with my family from Simba. You can't tell me that the ancestors ain't real. We just not exploring it. We're not touching on it, right? We're not bringing that spirit up. And then now this movie 1804 came out about the Haitian Revolution, right? And we're not looking at the fact that you would have individuals run and throw their whole body in a cannon. What would get you to do that? You know what I'm saying? Then you have movies where motherfuckers before battle would dance around a fire or sing around a fire, right? And become possessed by a spirit. And they would be yelling and screaming before they go to battle. And they would be able to fight without getting tired and run without getting weary. That's because the spirit came upon them. We have closed ourselves off from a whole aspect of who we are. Not only can that shit help you run faster, be stronger, sustain injuries, that shit can help you solve quadratic equations, quantum physics questions. You know what I'm saying? We're talking about, we haven't learned. Go ahead. I'm sorry. I get off. You can't let me just go off.
Thereafter, and listen, you hitting it, man, because they believe in it and they fear it, but they suppress the fear. Man, let me tell you something. Look, you ever heard of a movie called The Serpent and the Rainbow?
Oh, hell yeah. That's old school.
Serpent and Rainbow? Oh, man. Serpent and Rainbow, they had Western scientists, doctors, going over to Haiti to try to figure out how to create this serum that makes people into zombies. Like, well, not necessarily.
You know that's based on a true story, right? You know that movie was based on a true story. That movie was based on a true story. You know that, right?
I do know that.
Okay, I do
know that, and that's what's so yeah. That true story. Westerners going to Haiti to try to figure out, okay, is it just a puffer fish or what I got to do with this to make this magic potion to resurrect the dead? Oh man! And so the piece is that not only are we believing in it, we invested in it. And what's interesting to me is that later on in life, I started going through these episodes that they were not like, when people say they went through episodes, it's like, oh man, he went through some kind of breakdown. No, the thing is that I have gone through those breakdowns historically. Let's get that out of the way. All right, I've broken down to see the breakthrough, and nowadays when I have spiritual happenings or spiritual interactions, sometimes it might just be. I used to over the past couple of years, I would see almost like a holographic image in my eye, and it looked like a very colorful holographic serpent. In my that later on in life,
I'm sorry.
In my not your straight vision, but your peripheral. So I see it in my peripheral, but never straight on would I see this. And I sat down with an elder, and I talked to her, and she said, "You know what you need to do is you should research what you're seeing." And I would start, if I were you, I would start researching this, what did she tell me the name of it was? Oshumari. And so I Googled Oshumari, and I researched a little bit more, and lo and behold, this very colorful serpent-like thing that I see, and then I see a picture of it. They call Oshumari the serpent and rainbow. So it is deep how through life we are brought to certain cues. We are brought through certain instances and certain experiences, and we look back and we never put in the context of, why was I there? Why did I see that? Why was I put through that? And sometimes we're shamed to the things that we see or experience that we don't understand. And we try to dismiss it, like you say. We try to, get rid of that energy, but then the universe brings us full scale. And some of us ain't lived long enough to actually to see it come back full scale. But when it does, it's undeniable. The only person that can deny it is you. Yourself.
Right.
Because if you decide, no, I'm going to keep on, I done tuck that away. I done tuck that information away. And, in the voicemail. We own something here. I done put that whole experience behind me, not to be talked about, and then something happens, and it's all out in the open. Once again, what do you do with that? Do you fear it because you locked it away, never to be open again, and here it is right in front of you? Do you fear it, or do you graduate with it?
You embrace it
to the next
level. And take it to the next level. You embrace it. That was our science. See, we got to understand that we view science different. Because really, when it comes down to it, what they call science for them today, we call spirituality. We didn't even call it spirituality. Our science was different than theirs because we would go out and we would do actual field research. We would figure out, well, damn, if this spirit could come into this situation and do this, what could this spirit do in this situation? How can we call up this spirit in different situations? How can we use this energy? See, because us understanding the Holy Ghost, that they called it in the church, is equivalent to somebody doing experiments and figuring out how to harness electricity. You know what I'm saying? Because family, it's like, we got people out here that's struggling because they're getting these visions. They're having these so-called quote-unquote meltdowns that they get drugged for, that other people are doing research to figure out how to have. Others who are not connected like you are researching to figure out how to have the visions that you're having for free. They're spending multi-million dollars on this shit. And we have to be clear, family. You know what I'm saying? We have a plethora of this in our community, but we do not know how to plug into it. And that's okay for some of y'all. That's not okay for me. You know what I'm saying? Because the issue is, family, the same type of energy can help us solve a lot of emotional issues in our community, the political issues, the economic issues. You know what I'm saying? Because the shit that we will be able to do if we are able to master this are just ridiculous. But family, I got to be at a place at 11 o'clock because we got Kwanzaa practice. I got to wash dishes, so I'm going to have to hide these dishes before my wife get home. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, brother got to wash dishes and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, somebody just commented. Miss Navita says, right, energy's not spookism. It's basically energy. Because I want y'all to think about this. Electricity was viewed for a long time as basically spookism. I was like, oh, okay, so what? Then somebody figured out, well, damn, if I connect this with this, hell. You know what I'm saying? Look at where it got us. And we're not doing experimentations. We're not funding the projects to where we're able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Or we get caught up in religious context that keep us very limited. I need y'all to understand this, family. Wait, hold on. When you look at ancient Kemet, right? All the temples and all the spiritual systems that came out of ancient Kemet, all of them didn't originate at the same time. There was a progressive addition of deities as they found out more about the world. They wasn't like some of us. They didn't just say one thing and stuck with that one thing. If experience showed them something different, there was a different deity that was added into the pantheon so that it could help the people advance. If the spiritual system is not helping you advance, if the religion is not helping you advance, if the political strategies are not helping you advance, if the economic strategies are not helping you advance, as African people, we have to be able to move to something else because we have always done it. Until now. We get shit and we put it in a fucking time capsule, and this is the way it is, and this the way it always was, and this the way it's supposed to be. That's not how it is. We add to tradition. Every generation has a hero that rises up and brings something new to the people. But we become so caught up in our bullshit that we can't even recognize what the younger people are bringing, what the hero is bringing for that generation. And we just exit out. So I got a question for you, Shaka. How many generations of heroes have we denied? Have we turned away? Have we shut down? How many individuals with visions of the serpent and the rainbow have we turned away and turned over to our enemies? How many young people who are having dreams that torment them, that torture them at night, and then they go to school and act up? How many of them have we thrown away? Because it's spookism, family. You know what I'm saying? It's not real. You know what I'm saying? We don't got these cultural stabilizers.
I do. And you know what? I know you on your way out, man.
But go ahead, man.
It's happening right now. One thing, and for everybody, including yourself, it's going to sound like I'm stretching into this. But Tim, you've been around me long enough to know that when I'm called to express something from another place, it has all to do with science that's happening in your own backyard right now. Mm-hmm. And I'm talking about the science that your children participate in with each other. Like, you ever heard your daughters at play or crying together or laughing together? They hit a certain note together that clashes and it creates this certain weirdness in your ear. You know what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Almost
Yes, sir.
Like a cipher.
Yep. All the time.
You know what I'm talking about?
You know, I was just thinking about that when Gina do her laugh. Gina got a certain laugh that hit a certain frequency that just irritate the shit out of me. You know what I'm saying? But it's Gina. You know what I'm saying? It's Gina. That's her at its truest. But go ahead, Sasha, throw that away too.
And I'm saying, start paying attention to that and don't discourage it because it's not easy for the ears. But what they're doing, that's a power.
You know,
because you ever been to church and you heard that same sensation when the choir sings? It's a certain spiritual movement just through the voices that are happening, even without words, that can put you in a certain place. And that, on a Western design, is how they describe binaural music. Binaural. You understand? So this is music. These are sounds that affect you in a certain way and create a certain chemical response. So we are actually responding to these noises chemically, just like a mother who is pregnant. If she hears any child cry, she'll start leaking. Because that sound affects her chemically. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All of these realms interact. You know what I'm saying? That's that unity principle. That's that unity force. One thing affects another. So my actions, I have to be careful about my actions because my actions not only affect my children, but it affect the community, it affects the school, it affects everything that I'm involved in. And a lot of us, we don't think like that. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, your episodes taught you to be able to think like that. So you're very cautious about how you do shit. You're very cautious about how you put out music. You're very cautious about even the lyrics that you sing, because you would be You would be one of the top artists now if you was sitting up there talking about, I want to fuck. If the basics of your lyrics were that, were taking people to the, rather than you singing about the shit that you're singing, you would be one of the top artists right now. But because you have chosen to take another path, because you understand that how music affects people, because you have seen the serpent in the rainbow. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? But yo, family.
Yes.
I love every last one of y'all, but I need to remind you, you are now listening to Gye-Nyame Journey. I love when my Phoenix is on point. Good job, LMA. Good job. You brought it from here, right? And of course, this is only people old enough, y'all get that. This is the Daily Toast. Of course, we did it the weekend edition. We on Kuumba. I will be back tomorrow, and we will have more time to talk tomorrow because, of course, it is Imani tomorrow. So we're going to review possibly some of the proverbs. We're going to review possibly the stories or whatever, blah, blah, blah. But the lines will be open. This is the Heart of a Simple production. The lion always on point. All that goddamn meat he eating. I can't even get no more Bitcoins because he taking all my money. You know what I'm saying? Of course, we strive to blow up your old paradigm. Family, I'm out.